Now, an 8 on your side investigation. School shut down.
It is the end of the line for 2 troubled charter schools in Pinellas County. This after they cut ties with a management firm that apparently ran them into the ground. And barring some last-minute miracle, Windsor Charter School will be shutting the doors for good.
And Rod Carter was at today's meeting. He joins us now, and we're talking about hundreds of kids here who need to find new schools.
Yeah, and that process has already begun for many of those students. They've already started transitioning to a new school. New Point Education Partners ran Windsor Prep and arguably, many would say, ran it into the ground. Windsor severed their ties with New Point recently and began the process of trying to survive. Well, today, the final nail in the coffin, if you will, Windsor is closing a week from today, and all of this boils down to one familiar problem. Windsor Charter Schools in Pinellas County got a hard lesson in math today. The school, which up until this month was run by New Point Education Partners, learned today you cannot squeeze blood from a turnip.
We're in a situation where, unfortunately, we do not see viable options for moving forward for these 2 schools.
In a special called Pinellas County School Board workshop, district staff presented all of the options to try to keep Windsor open and take over running it. But one major problem stands in the way: money.
To go forward with this after hearing this would be just downright negligent.
District staff says it would take $1.2 million just to clean and repair Windsor Prep in time for school.
It would be a stretch to get everything ready by August 1st. By August 10th would continue to be a stretch.
But the bigger issue is the building. Its owner wants $994,000 per year to lease it. Over the past week, the landlord and the district have been going back and forth on that dollar amount. The district is willing to pay up to $250,000 to lease it. The landlord not budging much.
The landlord could come back today and negotiate with the county, and we could be at another meeting with the county to move forward on this.
It sounded almost, though, like that was highly impossible or improbable.
Improbable, but now the landlord knows where the county stands.
Parents now know where they stand, looking for new schools. Jessica Vapor Ishmoilov has 2 kids in Windsor. Well, had 2 kids in Windsor.
I kind of felt I knew this was going to happen, but I'm sad. I'm sad for my other parents. I'm sad for my other families out there. We've made such a strong connection through all of this, and I hope we don't lose that.
The building's owner also told the district that it would sell them the property and not lease it to them to the tune of $11.5 million. They said that was way too high. The district, by the way, has placed half of those 732 students at Windsor at different schools. And we just learned that San Jose Charter School, that's up in Duval County, we told you about this a couple days ago, has now paid New Point $100,000 to sever ties. And that would mean that there are no New Point properties in the state of Florida anymore.
Kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, so is there any chance Windsor could stay open at this point?
Well, there's always a chance. There's always hope for anything, I suppose. But the district and the landlord have been meeting. They're on this end. The landlord's on this end, in the middle, about a $700,000 gap. So I don't think they're all going to meet together. By the way, the landlord did have an attorney present and told the district we're entertaining other offers, and that includes selling the property to someone who could turn that into a senior living facility. So there's always hope, but not really good.
All right. Thanks, Ron.
Sure.